Right, so here goes. Today we have a new guest in with us, and I'm just going to pass it straight to you. So just introduce yourself and tell us a wee bit about yourself.
So, Leigh, 2 kids, Ebony, 19, wild.
You know,
I cannot believe that she's
so
there. And then,
When is she 20?
she'll be 19 in
right.
December 23rd, Christmas
as
baby.
I feel old.
So planned.
I know.
Mason, 14, again, remember the day he was born. That's
Is he quieter?
well. Do you ever see him?
No, that's what
Aye.
matters.
Because people say to me, like, you've got 2 veins.
I get
because
that.
Ebony's in my videos,
Yeah.
but Mason is like, you'll be the same with Kai.
Aye, Kai
I get it
doesn't
with
want.
Brooke doesn't want to be anything.
Aye, but I'm talking about across
Yeah.
any social
No.
media.
Kai doesn't want eating involved.
I've got pictures,
Yeah.
but as long as that we are bribe, I'll take a picture, but don't put it on socials.
Aye,
So I've
that's
got an
Kai.
album full of hints, but
Brooke's
none.
the same. Sometimes I'll sneak stuff in with Brooke and she'll be like that. She'll say to me straight away, like, get that off. And I'm like, I'm not saying that. But
And then if
got
I put,
respect them,
if I
suppose.
don't know if like I've noticed, but see like birthday posts, it's previous videos and
Aye,
photos
it's
that have
good.
already been up.
Aye, yeah, same.
Nobody knows what your vein looks like now.
Aye,
Aye.
it makes it look as if we don't care about
We
that.
say that like,
oh,
people
you're
think I've only got a
favoured
10-year.
other
Aye, I've only got a
Aye.
10-year-old daughter. It's like, no.
But lassies are more sociable
Yeah.
and are bit more out there, especially if our boys. Mason's a pure gamer and he socialises with people in school, but over and above that, it's very bare minimum. Do you know what I mean? But no, he's very quiet, complete opposite for me and Ebony.
Aye.
Very much like his father.
Aye. But we've got you on the day because when we done the co-parenting
Yeah.
episode, so many people were coming in and asking different questions that we couldn't answer. So we were trying to figure out, can we get somebody that has to deal with one, more than one other parent? And we just thought you would be fantastic for this.
The queen of baby daddies.
So you just know what people are going to say, aren't they? Like, oh, leave our 2 baby daddies.
Aye.
They get it all the time.
Literally.
I know. They're people are horrible sometimes.
They always ask, would you have another vein? I'd love another vein, but then that would be 3 baby daddies.
I know. You just don't
I
want
don't,
to-
when's the cut-off?
Aye, when do you
Well,
stop?
what's Katie Price at?
Oh, God. We stopped counting there, didn't we?
But no, so how do you... So first of all, when did you split from Ebony's dad? And then
She was
meeting Mason's
about-
dad?
Ebony was about just hitting 2.
Right.
Mason was about 2.5.
Right, but I always remember with Ebony's dad, I always remember him coming in the caravan. I remember building that table Leigh
no,
years
I
ago,
broke a table.
honestly. Years
That
ago,
does no
we'd-
surprise me.
I was on top of it.
We'd all went to the caravan, right? Like us and the kids, like we were on this caravan and Leigh jumped on the table and started dancing on the table and it collapsed. Right, so whilst we were on a caravan,
Had to
you
get
know,
Martin.
so she phoned Ebony's dad to come down and he came down, no bother, we were a bit annoyed away.
But he would do it.
Aye, so we kind of, and you had Mason then, eh?
Mason then, aye,
So
aye.
you got on really, really well with him.
Always
afterwards?
have-
Yeah.
Stop.
Aye.
Not always.
Aye, it's never going to be easy at first.
No, at first it was very, very hard to navigate
Yeah.
both of our lives and him no being with his Wayne. That's
Aye.
where
That's
I didn't
nice though,
understand,
eh?
but
Aye.
But
I
you would have
didn't
been young as well.
understand.
The both of you
I
would have been
was.
really young as well. Navigating a new baby and
Well,
navigating
we weren't
a
together long
separation.
by the time we'd
Yeah.
found out we were pregnant with Ebony. We were like, right, okay, let's deal with this. I was young, he was young. We then bought a house together, moved in together,
Yeah.
and we were like, fuck,
Aye.
can we even live together,
Together.
let alone
Yeah.
bring this baby up? But ever since you kind of, there was times where it was really, really bad. But even when stuff was bad, like, I'm trying to watch what I say.
It's fine, we'll
cut it.
Aye. If you don't feel comfortable.
No,
you
no,
don't
that's
cut
fine.
it.
Like, for instance, if it was very hostile between the two of us, he'd come to my door, shit
Aye.
would go off, like it
Yeah.
would blow up, but he still had his win that day.
I love that though.
And it would be the first thing that everybody would say, why, my ma being one of them, fucking stop him for seeing her. Stop him
Aye.
for seeing her.
Yep.
I'm not doing that just because me and
You've
him
had an
can't
argument.
get along.
No. Aye.
Doesn't mean that he's
And
not a
Ebony
good
will
dad.
thank you for that now because she's got such a good
it's
relationship.
with him.
Amazing.
Aye, so I always say that we
I've
have
been
a
warned.
responsibility. Aye.
I have been warned today.
But I
She's like,
always
so I wouldn't
think
have
that-
him.
See, when me and Chris were apart for years there, I had a responsibility not to be chiming in front of them and going, I was hard. I mean, I say that to Chris.
It's hard.
I say that to Chloe and Brick now, like, if only use bastards now. He was
literally.
like, do you know what I mean? You sit because they stick up for him all the time. But I protected him when I shouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? But it was because I was
we should be protecting
them.
ourselves as well, but at the same time, they come first.
They come first. So it was that. So I totally get that. It was so hard to.
I think when we spoke about it in the co-parenting thing, well, one thing that we did say was, how do you know put yourself and your feelings first, and how hurt and how upset you are,
you can't,
and put that child first.
No,
yeah, it's hard.
Do you know what I mean?
You physically can't make your emotions, your feelings, the be all and end all when you've got a Wayne involved. And like I've said, he was never a bad dad. He was a great dad. So the only person, and it was what I kept repeating to my mum and all, is the only person that misses out here is her. Regardless.
But your mum's doing what you're doing. She's looking after her baby.
Aye. Well, my mum, obviously my dad's not involved and hasn't been since I was about 9 months old.
So she's your main person.
So it was, back then I think it was kind of, not the norm, but it was easy to go, do you know what, fuck 'em, I'll do it on my own. Mama had 4 years on her own. Yep. So she would often wonder, why are you still putting up with some of the stuff that you would put up with?
100%.
Because it's her daddy. And then when time moved on and we moved on, him more than me probably, because it was when he was ready to move on that things kind of started settling a wee bit. He went away for a wee while. He came back after about 10 months and really had sorted himself out by then. And that's when you seen Martin become the father that he is still to this day.
I do love that. I think that's so healthy, and I think when you're dealing with one, it's not easy, but it's easier to deal with one than having to then deal with another. So when you then moved on to have Mason, were you still able to have that good communication with Martin?
I introduced Alan to Martin before Ebony even met him.
Right, that's nice.
So he had that respect.
I like that.
And I've done that with my boyfriend since and partners, because it's like you said, I would.
No, I like that.
He needs to know who's on about his way.
No many people do that.
100%. But that's my respect 100%. For him, and I think that's why the 2 years have got anything here. Know that he'd done that for me. I seen my Wayne in Braehead with Chantel. I walked right past her and I turned around, I had to double take, and I went, Ebony. And she came back, mind that. And I didn't. I went, who are you with? Chantel was there, who's still in our life to this day. Thank God, or else my way was just getting about Braehead with somebody. I went, she's like, oh, I'm Martin's girlfriend. And I remember walking away and phoning his mum going, I wish I had a wee bit of a Mary saying that. That was very awkward for me. And I walked away without my Wayne feeling, should I have took my Wayne there? Do you know what I mean? Should I have left my Wayne there? But no, but I have always introduced my partner's team. Like Martin before.
And again, that goes back to the stuff that we spoke about in the podcast. How long do you give it before you introduce kids to a new partner?
So for you've now done what I think is spot on, because what you've done now is Ebony's mine and yours. So your judgments needs to be good on this, especially for a man coming in a wee girl's life. It's hard enough.
And it's hard for a daddy to accept somebody else in their baby's life.
How would you have felt if he turned around and went, I'm not 100% sure with him? Because that's obviously something that never really gets touched upon, does it?
No, you're right, it doesn't. And there's been times where he's been like, right, it's time for you to put yourself first, put the Waynes first. I think if that would be the case, I'd be like, look, listen, I will take on board what you're saying. I understand that. Let me figure this one out for myself. But I'm an adult. I kind of know you can't always go by what your Wayne's dad says.
Or see the thing, or the Wayne, because the Wayne's.
See, if it was today with the Wayne, different story. Like, Leah don't want her doing that, right?
Fair enough.
Which we've done. We've been there. Like, if he says, "Oh, she's not doing that," and she's not doing that, that's right. Dad said, "No, that's it." Why do you need to ask my dad? Because your dad's your dad.
I used to. So did you used to do that? So see, when I was in with Chris, right? Like, as I said, I used to. I couldn't stand him, right? But I would still lift the phone and go, listen, Chris, the Wayne's saying she wants to go to Braehead, right? Like, are you cool when we drop in her afternoon? And it was always his say-so, right? Because I was just saying this to Chris last night, right? Like,
respect.
I was just saying this to him last night because I was like, because he's like, sometimes you'll phone me for the stupidest things and I'm like right in the middle of a meeting or whatever, and I'm like, I know, but in my mind, you're the comfort. So if you say aye and something goes wrong,
that's it. You're the backup. You agree to it.
But see, the thing is, though, like if shit does hit the fan and you don't say, it's like, why the fuck did you let them do that?
Well, there was. I'll always remember it was the belly piercing, and she was begging and begging, and to me, I was all right with it. But Dad said Dad's words was Dad's word, Dad's words was Dad's words. And it went on, and he's like, don't don't want it, no happy, no ready, don't want it. Mum, please, he'll no notice it. He'll notice it. I'll wear a t-shirt, I'll wear that. No, it's your dad, Ebony. Please, Mum, please. Right up until she had her first tattoo done. We're talking 18-year-olds. You say to your dad about that. I don't think my dad will let me. But you'll be saying to your dad about that.
I guess
you know what I mean?
And do you know what it does is then it obviously brings the kids up with respect to respect both of you, no matter even if the two years
They're not playing each other. They're not playing.
No.
They're not trying to...
Ebony tried that when I said to him when he went away, he'd fixed himself, that's the wrong word, but he'd kind of seen him, worked on himself, and he came back. There was a lot of
manipulation.
Us two done a lot of making up for Ebony, so we thought because we weren't together, we had to substitute financial presents, take her here, day this, day that. We ended up turning her into a spoiled wee bitch. But and it does happen. But that was where she would play the two as off each other. My dad said that, and I'd be like, well, I'm not doing that. But my dad said I can get them. Well, ask your dad to buy you them then. I'm not doing do you get what I mean? There was a lot of back and forth.
We always need to be in the same team because we say that, don't we? No matter how hard it is, all you're doing there is causing problems in the future because the Wayne, it's a Wayne. The Wayne is going to know that the Wayne's a bad way. The Wayne's just going to go, oh, wait a minute here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I even know with my three, they know. My three will go to my mum's and go like that. I wanted this and whatever else. And my mum's like, sent you money, get her. And I'm like, I said no.
No, this is it. This is it.
This is what kids
and he
do.
would do the same at his. He would phone and say to me, like, she said that she wants that. Are you all right if I grab her that? And let's say he was out buying her trainers or I don't know, a school bag for going back to school, whatever. She's asking for a red jacket and I'm like, do not buy her a red jacket for going back to school with. Do you know what I mean? Right, all right, your ma said no. But Dad, you said aye. So it would work like, both ways with the two of you.
And good. I think you need to, that's so good that that's worked out for you, but how many times does it not work like that?
Oh no, I've got two completely different
that's
fathers.
What I was going to get on to, like how chalk and cheese.
It's wild how I can have such a stable relationship with Martin and have the rockiest relationship with Aaron.
So how do you
putting the two of them together
navigate
chalk and cheese
with Aaron then?
Now, bare minimum.
Right. So do you go for, well, obviously Mason's obviously old enough now, he can do
now,
it.
Understands.
Now, all he does,
Yeah.
That's good.
And this is probably hard for Mason, watching how good you communicate with Martin and how poor communication is with Aaron. And that's probably where they're not seeing that.
There's a lot behind me and Aaron not communicating now. Significant others had an input in that. And you know when things are not right on his side, because communication changes with me.
Aye.
Do you get what
you've learned to know?
I know when things are all right, and I know when things
not to do that because you took him to Martin and said this is so he should know he could do that with you. And nothing should change.
It was came into Aaron's life, then Mason's life, then I found out. And I didn't like that, especially because at this point in time in my life, I was a bit of all over the place, a bit scatty. We didn't really have things sorted, planned, didn't know where I was going the next thing, financially, like everything. So there was my wee boy had just been brought into Anna Lassie's life. That's my boy. It's my, do you know what I mean? That's my wee boy. So, and I didn't have the respect for Alan to go, no, by the way, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, right, is that how much you detest me these days?
So when you split, was it bad?
He came home, he was offshore, he came home, and I was going out on a night out, but he came home on a surprise. And now when I think back, I think to myself, fuck, why did I do that? Instead of staying in when he'd come back as a surprise, I still went out on the night out. So I don't regret it, but Leigh knew wouldn't have done that. She'd be like, well, I'm going to stay with my man that I've not seen for 9 weeks.
But then
again, I was younger and he'd been away for 9 weeks.
I was going to say that
my routines had changed.
Aye, things do change.
And do you think at that point you already knew you weren't in a great position? Because somebody who's happily, like, see me...
If I wanted to stay in, I'd stay in.
You would have stayed.
So see me, when I went with Chris for the first time, like, I would have been like, I'm away. See, now, like, and my pals always like me now, I prefer to spend my time with Chris.
Aye.
Like, I prefer...
Oh, no, I don't want to be out anyway.
No,
Aye.
you're dead. Like, I genuinely, like, we're going out on the 13th, and I'm already thinking, right, I'll go get him to go out for a meal, and then I'll come in, and me and him will go in the bar and we'll have a drink. We play darts, we play
She's literally got it planned, Daddy.
I honestly, right, and it's cheesy as fuck, I just like being with him now, because he's such a different person now to... Do you know what I mean? Like, me and him get such a good laugh.
But that's it. It comes down to like
Aye.
how happy and settled and how well things are going.
But
Aye.
Like, what you want to do.
So you'd already made your mind up probably by then.
I think he was making it easier for me
Yes,
to make up my mind. And then he had obviously picked a work that made him be away for a long periods of time. To me, it was meant to be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Aye.
4 weeks on, 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you were 11 weeks down the line, and you're nearly 3 months.
Aye.
You feel like you've already done a breakup as such.
What age was Mason then?
He was about 2.5.
Right. And that's a lot, having a toddler. Like,
Aye.
Aye, because you're doing all that essentially on your own.
With Ebony as well.
Aye, with
You didn't sign
Aye.
up for that? You signed up for...
I had to for a family thingy. So he'd, like I said, so when he came back, I went out. He said that night, I'm going to my ma's, don't know where my heat's at, blah, blah, blah. So he took his PlayStation.
Of course.
Aye,
Don't get the PlayStation.
You have the way I'm taking the fucking
Aye, I'll do
You keep the win, I'll have the PlayStation.
definitely. He took his PlayStation, went to his mum's, and he'd obviously stayed there. He'd went back to work, and then he's like, I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks later, and he asked to try again. Mm-hmm. But by that point, I was
out. Checked out.
I had completely
Done.
checked out. And I think that's where he became a wee bit more hostile with me. And I think that's why his attitude completely changed.
Agitated, frustrated, like just no seeing the bigger picture. Really.
He was on his way back from work, and it was like, drop my motor at my ma's. And I was like, what do you mean? That's the motor that takes your way in about. That's the motor you got me when I passed my test.
Aye.
No, that's my motor, drop it at my ma's. I'm like, don't get me wrong, his man and dad gave me money to buy a motor a couple of days later.
Good for them.
Lot of respect for that.
That was good for them.
But I am at, well, right, okay.
And do you still have a good relationship with his mum and dad to this day, no?
No.
None of the family?
None.
No, that's awful.
None.
It should never
I don't
affect-
think they know the half yet. I do believe his mum would have a lot to say if they knew, let's just say the financial side of things.
Yeah.
I think if she knew.
And he's no strapped for cash. He's no strapped for cash. Somebody that's working away, he's no strapped for cash.
He had to be at home.
Okay.
All right.
But he now runs a very, very successful construction company.
Right, okay.
All right.
So we're still no strapped for cash.
Aye,
Yeah.
still
See,
no
the thing
strapped
is,
for
though,
cash.
it's not even as if, like, you're going like this, I want this, da, 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 da. I want the bare minimum for our son. Like, that's, like, you know what I mean? You're no asking for hundreds of money.
Aye, no, but that's... It was more, I think he thought it was more from me. Like, so if my money was due on a Friday night...
Spent with you. Sorry, see somebody that spent their time with you, right? He knows it's not for you because he knows.
It's because I was out.
Aye, he knows where your money's going. So
Aye.
what he's doing there is trying to cut off your social life altogether.
And then it would be like if my money was due on a Friday, I wouldn't get it to like 11:59. I'm like, it's the 17th of the month. He's like, aye, until 12 o'clock at night. That's the kind of texts you got back.
Control shit.
Very, 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 very controlled when it comes to money because he knows that. When obviously things got really, really bad, I just decided to go to a lawyer.
Aye.
Family lawyer got involved. And I was given 2 weeks at summer, a week at Christmas, alternative birthday and Christmases, pick up on a Thursday, take to football, have dinner, drop off. And they have some at the weekend, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
My lawyer went, you're giving him too much. I went, no, because that's what my Wayne deserves. That's what he deserves.
For him, it's
You're
not
giving him too much. Then arguments happened about money because I used to get £150 a month off him. And I was like, come on, like something's got to give you. That stopped. I went through CSA. And all I will say is it got worse for me.
Right.
By the way,
And all I have been given the last 5-6 years is you wanted CSA. You wanted CSA.
It's not for me, but it's for him.
That
like
story that you've just said there, I've heard that so many times. The CSA, what are they?
Don't answer that.
Answer in part 2.